In this lesson, we're going to be talking about DNS basics. DNS is the domain name system, and it's the system or set of protocols and procedures that we use to be able to look up host names from IP addresses and IP addresses from host names. So it's really this global database, if you will, of storing information that allows us to have a set of information that the computer uses, which is the IP address, and also have a set of information that we would use, which would be domains and host names. We are not capable really of memorizing a whole lot of IP addresses, so we really need host names, but the computer can't really use host names directly, and so what it needs is a set of IP addresses. DNS uses a hierarchy. The hierarchy is really sort of a tree structure. What we've got here is a sample of what we call top-level domains, or TLDs. These are some of the early ones. We've got .com and .net and .org. Of course, there are a whole lot of others. There are country codes, for example, .us would be the United States, .uk would be the United Kingdom. All of the different countries around the world have their own country codes, and those are top-level domains as well. There are really a set of DNS servers that actually store information about all of the different entries in these different top-level domains. So for example, we've got Google here. If I wanted to find some information about one of the host names at Google, let's just say that we had another domain that was labs.google.com, and what I was really looking for was the host www.labs.google.com. As I said, this is a tree structure, and so we do this thing called a recursive lookup. So the first place that we are going to go is the DNS server for the .com domain, which is going to provide me information on where to go to get something about the google.com domain. So the first place I'm going to start is the .com level, so we're going to work right to left when we're talking about parsing a host name. So I've got to go to the DNS server that handles the .com top-level domain, and I'm going to ask it about Google. Then, this is where we get into the recursive bit, I'm going to go ask Google about labs.google.com. Once I've got that information, now I can go to the DNS server for labs.google.com and I can ask it about the specific host name that I want, which is www.labs.google.com. So we've got this recursive structure around how we do queries. So I ask the top level domain in order to figure out the second level domain. And if there's something beyond that, then I need to ask the second level domain about the third level domain. So in order to look up the host name www.labs.google.com, which is a fully qualified domain name, I start at the top, then I move down, and I move down until finally I can ask the DNS server here about this specific host name. That's the hierarchical nature of DNS, and DNS servers actually store information about where the root servers are. The root servers are the set of servers that manage the top-level domain. I've got all of my root servers here, and this is a cache file that's on a DNS server that's running on Linux. So there needs to be this set of hints for the DNS servers that are all local to be able to look up the top-level domains. So I'm going to ask my local DNS server, and the first thing it's going to do is it's going to figure out which of these root servers it needs to ask about the top-level domain. The queries all originate locally, so I ask my local DNS server, and then it goes off and does the recursive query, unless, of course, the information is stored in its cache, because it's going to actually keep information for some period of time in order to prevent a whole lot of questions being asked over the network. Keeping the information locally or caching it locally helps speed that process up a lot. The first time you go to a web server, for example, it may take a little bit longer because they're doing the DNS lookup. Every subsequent time you go to that web server, until the cache times out, you're using the local copy of that IP address to hostname match, and the local server will reply to you with that information, and it won't have to go ask again, so it's much, much faster. Here are all of the hint files. You can see actually the different organizations that formerly held these root servers, and the root servers may very well still be in these locations, but we've standardized the names now rather than using the older names that we had previously used. These are all of the root servers, and they manage all of the top-level domains. They have all of the information about the second-level domains that exist under their top-level domains. So that's the basics of DNS and how DNS operates.